ask you this, though, because I live in Miami, and I've seen you on my TV so often, I really think I should invite you to Christmas dinner. But
I'm available.
Okay, you're paying.
That's not Okay, we're having hot dogs.
Luckily, you can afford it.
So here's my question. Look, you have the money to be able to go to the bitter end, right? You can keep buying ads, you can keep doing. I mean, you've got the money to be able to fund a campaign structure in a way that Kamala Harris ran out of money to be able to do it. But is there a threshold? Is there something in your head where you say, if I don't meet these goals, I'm out? And if so, what is that?
Well, I don't have a hard threshold, but Anna, I am doing this to win. The reason I ran and the reason I decided to run so late was because I felt like no one was telling the American people the truth. And I feel like this is the truth about the bot government. No one was willing to talk about climate change and make it their #1 priority. No one on that stage is it their #1 priority. And honestly, you got to ask them. But the other thing is this, and this is really coming into focus now. You can see how Mr. Trump, if he isn't thrown out of office, or any Republican is going to run. Trump is going to run literally saying this: I'm not a nice person. I despise 80% of Americans. Your mother would never allow me to Christmas dinner.
No.
But you can't, you're all going to vote for me, because if you don't, the economy is going to fall apart. And so whoever is going to be the Democratic candidate is going to have to be able to go toe-to-toe and take him down, because he's a fake.
Well, how would you answer that?
He's a fake.
How would you answer that?
I would.
Go ahead.
And here's the answer.
Because people would be worried that the economy would tank. Go ahead, answer it.
Look, I built a business from scratch.
Yes.
I actually did build a business. I didn't inherit a penny from my parents.
And you're a real billionaire.
I've spent decades understanding what creates broad-based shared prosperity. What he's done economically is a disaster. If you look, he uses numbers that actually don't relate to 90% of Americans. His tax deal was the worst economic legislation I've ever seen.
It's why he's going all the way to the Supreme Court to keep his taxes hidden.
Biggest giveaway to rich people and corporations in the history of the United States.
Yeah. But
A direct attack on working Americans across the board was that tax plan.
If people are feeling that way, then why do you see in some recent polling that he is still beating Democratic candidates in a number of battleground states, the states that actually matter?
Well, let me say
but if, well,
no,
clearly they don't feel their lives are suffering that much if they're still willing to vote for him.
Down. Whoever is the Democrat is going to have to be able to show him.
Will you support whomever that is if it's not you?
Absolutely.
And give money like Mayor Bloomberg is giving millions of dollars to the candidates who are vulnerable in this country? Will you give money to those people if you are not the candidate?
What I will do, no question, Joy.
Okay.
I started one of the biggest grassroots organizations in the United States.
believe
that doesn't make you a good politician, with all due respect. And Mayor Bloomberg was mayor for 3 terms. And so if you're going to go the billionaire route, he's a lot more compelling than you are.
Well, let me put it this way. He's a very different person from me.
He's a seasoned politician.
And if he isn't willing, as rich as he is, to talk about a wealth tax, given the incredible income disparity in this country that is at the heart of inequality and unfairness and injustice, if he isn't willing to go for a wealth tax, to go back and redress some of the misallocation of money over the last 40 years, then I don't think he represents the Democratic
Let me ask you this.
To do, are you willing to talk about the wealth tax?
Oh my God, I came out for a wealth tax over a year ago, way before I was running for president.
It's not going to matter if you don't win. It's not going to matter if you don't win a general election. And you have, we were just talking about Boris Johnson and how important it is to win over moderates and win over people from another party. Senator Elizabeth Warren is calling out her 2020 competitors. She's saying they are naive, this was yesterday, for believing that moderate policies get us anywhere in Washington. So essentially saying it's a waste of time to even try and get a moderate vote or people that might have voted for Trump. Do you agree with Senator Warren on that? Should you just not think about the moderates in this race?
Of course, that doesn't make sense. I think it's really important for whoever is the Democratic candidate to talk about prosperity, about a growing economy that is shared
They're not doing
broadly.
that enough, by the way.
I know, that's my point.
I watch these debates, and I'm like, there's no talk about growth.
And actually, I was. What I'm saying is this: whoever is going to be the Democratic candidate is going to have to be credible and go after Trump in his supposed strength, which is that he knows something about the economy.
We're going to take a break.
That's what I spent decades on.